REED-BBS, BBS. We'll get into 2024's upset and KO of the year. 2 for 1. 2 for the price of 1 in one video. And some of the ass whooping of the year nominees are also upset and KO of the year nominees. Among them, Martin Bacoli over Jared Anderson. That was an upset for sure. Daniel Dubois over Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua losing to Daniel Dubois. That was a milder upset based on the sparring stories, which I talked about in my ass whooping of the year video. Bakram Murtazaliev over Tim Tszyu. That was another upset. Now another upset involving Tim Tszyu was Sebastian Fundora, that fight. Now that was a lesser upset because of the fucking the river's worth of blood that Tim Tszyu lost in that fight due to Fundora's elbow. But he did lose the fight, so that's the upset of the year. And as an aside for Tim Tszyu, he just had a bad year all around in 2024. As good as the year was for unanimous fighter of the year, Alexander Usyk, as good of a 2024 as Usyk had, that shit was that bad for Tim Tszyu. His 2024 could not have been worse. 2025 ain't got no choice but to be better for Tim Tszyu, so you would think. But back to the upset of the year, Liam Paro. Not only did he upset Subriel Matias, beat him in his homeland of Puerto Rico. Matias was kind of drawing some buzz as this unstoppable KO force. And then he loses to Liam Paro, who then lost to Richardson Hitchens. Go figure. Dennis Baranchyk, he won the lightweight title. He upset, a mild upset over Emmanuel Navarrete. In hindsight, it wasn't so surprising, but it was a mild upset in the moment, in real time. But with all that said, the clear winner of the 2024 upset of the year was Bruno Saras over Jaime Munguia. Now, with boxing fans being boxing fans, some already saying, well, Munguia always sucked. And they questioned how much of an upset it was really. My response is, okay, so how much did you wager on Saras? You tell me how much you bet on Saras to win that fight. You tell me how much you bet. Exactly, you didn't. Yes, Jaime Munguia, he weight bullied his way onto boxing's main stage. He got a gift versus Dennis Hogan, which I've mentioned in practically every Jaime Munguia video I've done. I've mentioned Dennis Hogan beat him. Ain't nobody running from it. Yes, he had shitty, borderline Margarito-esque. Yes, Margarito-esque defense. And that ain't good. That ain't good. But until Canelo, who dropped Munguia? Who dropped him until Canelo? And before Canelo and Derevianchenko, whoever badly hurt Munguia? Again, you tell me. Bruno Saras, he brought 0 name recognition and a total of 4 KOs to Mexico with him. Saras also fought his last fight at middleweight. Let's not forget that. He moves up to super middle to face Munguia. His last fight was at middleweight. So presumably a smaller guy, can't punch, never fought outside of France before. He comes in and he beats Jaime Munguia. Are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me? That's the upset of the year. Yes, Golden Boy protected and cherry-picked Munguia until he was ripe to be cashed out versus Canelo. It's all true. All things can be true. But we can't lose sight of Saras. This was a sacrificial lamb being led to Munguia to be slaughtered in front of his hometown fans. That's what this was. Saras was handpicked because it wasn't believed he could change the course of the fight with just one punch. No one bought that. No one bought that. So the manner in which he beat Munguia, that has to factor into the magnitude of the upset itself. It has to. 2024 upset of the year, easy. And the manner was such. Saras versus Munguia is also a KO of the year nominee. A very good KO in its own right. Certainly a nominee, but not my choice. Not my choice is 2024's KO of the year. Other nominees was Jesse. Bam. Whoa, bam. Bam. Rodriguez. His body shot KO of El Gallo, Juan Francisco Estrada. Once again, the fight that won't go away, Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua. That was ass whooping of the year nominee, upset of the year nominee, and yes, a KO of the year nominee, all in one damn fight. It was like that. Now, the Iglesias versus Shveddenko KO. Look that up. YouTube that. Iglesias versus Shveddenko. That was a scary KO. Iglesias, he landed a lead right hook high to the head, and Shveddenko fell awkwardly. Not only did he fall awkwardly, my man had like a seizure-like reaction. He was convulsing and shit. Arms got stiff. It wasn't a pretty sight. Now, I think my man, he lived to see another day. I don't know if he's fighting still, but that was a scary KO. But with that said, the 2024 KO of the year had to be, and is and was, Lucas Prince Body, KO 6, Ashton H2O Sylvie. God damn, that's a KO and a half right there. So after establishing range with some peppery jabs, Body caught and hurt H2O coming in with a lead right hand, pop. Then a similar right hand actually knocked H2O out. He was lead right hand, then another right hand. He was out right then, but my man hadn't fallen yet. So a left hand following the two rights punctuated the fall. The KO punctuated the night and punctuated 2024. Sylvie landed face first, hands underneath him and everything. He was so out of it, he couldn't even think to brace his fall. He just fell like a chopped tree. So yeah, 2024 KO of the year easily is Body over H2O Sylvie, just as Bruno SARACE MUNGUIA was 2024's upset of the year easily. REED-BBS, BBS. Black Burke Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say